what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here, and welcome back to some brand new F1 2017 gameplay for you guys today here on my channel. Today we have got a video which has come out from Trusted Reviews, and I'm here to basically review it my own way. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here as well. I'll leave a link to the original video of Trusted Reviews in the description down below. This is their video. They've gone and reviewed all of this gameplay. However, I'm going to now review it for myself. So first of all, then we can see we start things off here, and what the main thing that we've now spotted with F1 2017 is that the gameplay is now featured for more of the off-track action. We can see a lot of cool details here from the Australian Grand Prix, looking at Hulkenberg here, following the back of the Williams and the Red Bull, and what we can see is that everything is looking very, very good. Now, this is actually, I think it's alpha recorded. I can't remember what gameplay it was, but this is not what the game is going to fully look like. We can see that we've got the new track acclimatization program with a slightly different HUD there, with some hexagons there to represent, or is that a pentagon, hexagon, same thing, whatever. Anyway, so we can see that that is there for us to have a look at here in career mode in this Force India, and that's what my car is going to look like as well for this game, as I will be driving the Force India. So this is what the practice program sort of look like. We can see that you just have to gently bring your way around here, and as you come through the turn 11, 12 chicane, we can see that it's all fun and games there. Having a look now at some of the replay camera angles here, we can see we're looking at one of the Williams cars, and then eventually it turns into a humongous crash, and then they lose their wheel. But luckily, in this gameplay, the people that were driving actually knew how to drive their car properly, and as you can see, we're having a look at some more of the features. So as you can see, we're now looking at some of the classic cars for F1 2017, and this is something that was not done, was introduced first in F1 2013, and it's been brought back in a better way for F1 2017. There is going to be two different types of classic cars set in categories. So it will be from the late 80s to the early 90s, of course, or the late 2000s, sorry. So we start off with the late 80s and then go into the late 2000s, with the 2010 car being the newest classic car. And they're going to be split into two categories called C1 and C2. C1 is going to be the quickest classic cars, such as the 2007 Ferrari, 2008 McLaren, 2010 Red Bull. You can kind of see the picture there. And then the classic, the C1 cars, is going to be then the 1996 Williams, probably maybe the 98 McLaren, 91 McLaren, 88 McLaren. You can see where we're coming from there. So they're going to be split into two categories. You'll be able to see those in championship modes, which we get to see in here, and also in online. As you can see here, we've got one of the brand new practice programs, which is called Fuel Saving. This is a very difficult practice program whereby you have to go around on a lap, try and save as much fuel as you possibly can, all while setting a fast time. And it was said in the Trusted Reviews video, which again is in the description down below. It's the first link for you guys to go and click on. It is actually very, very difficult. Here we can see we have a look at the USA, but we can actually have a look at the short version. So through the S section, we actually go through some very tight and twisty chicanes, which then cuts onto the end of the pitch and into the back straight there, and you can see that is a new short corner in which we can take in order to skip out that specific section of the circuit. So very, very interesting there. Our first look at the new short layouts. Now we're going to get into some career mode. This is now Emma Jenkins's brand new office, and again, this is all focused on the off-track stuff, and we're now at the Force India motorhome, whereby, of course, we're not in the, like, where we used to be before. We can now get an introduction into the resource points. As you can see, to start things off, you'll get allocated 2,500 resource points, which you can use. And as you can see here, these are very, very similar HUDs of completing the practice programs. Then the resource points, they're allocated by the team to show off how much we've got to spend. And now we're going to have a look at that infamous Force India, not Force India, but we're going to have a look at the infamous tree of R&D, and here it is, 115 development upgrades, and it's very, very interesting how this is going to work. So it's split into four categories of powertrain, driverability, durability, and also the chassis. Now, as you can see here, we can choose what type of upgrade to use, and you can see that there's a date on the time. So this time, normally, when you made an upgrade, it would take just 1 week for you to get your upgrade. But this time, they're working it based on the actual proper calendar. So you can see, look at that. That upgrade there is going to take 4 weeks. It just showed there to upgrade. So some things are going to be well, some things are going to do well, some things aren't. Also, to do with this as well, some upgrades may actually be terrible for your car, and that may put you in a bad situation come the upgrades. They're not all going to be beneficial. It might actually hinder your car. Looking then at the vehicle management system, you can see that we have now got here the internal combustion engine, the MGUK, the MGUH, the energy storage turbocharger, and the control electrics. We each get to use 4 of those throughout the entire season. We can swap between those as well, so we can use our third internal combustion engine, and then the next race go to our first one, but we each get 4 per season, just like in the real life. If we have run out of engine components and we have to switch to a 5th one, we will take the traditional F1 grid penalty for that specific combustion unit, which is a very big negative there, so we definitely want to be wary of that. Moving then on, as you can see, we're back into some more practice programs, and the other practice program that has been announced is a mixture of fuel, driving, and also lap times, so that's going to be very interesting. Looking then here, we've actually got the brand new game mode called Championships, which is something that we've never seen before. Now here you can see we can take part in some invitational events, which are the stuff that you get invited to in the career mode, where you get to drive the classic car, and then in Championships you get to complete your own little championship. Here you can see you can do a 2017 full world championship, a sprint championship, some all-weather championships, and basically just do some completely different things in terms of championships. Very, very interesting that, and it says it in the name. You can do sprint races, classic hot lap series, double header tour, sprint championships. Very, very interesting stuff there for us to look at, and it's very, very interesting. Just want to go back then to the final practice program that's been added. It is a mixture of tyre durability, fuel saving, and lap time. So the 3 of them get combined, and you've got to try and come up with basically the perfect strategy for you guys for this racing video. Here again is the pink Force India motorhome with the introduction of the laptop here. We can see we've got the upgrade section where we can see who's made some stuff in the newsfeed. You can see your team approval has sort of changed from little bits of square blocks back to what they normally used to be, back to vehicle management. And then the final thing here is the brand new podium celebrations. We can see we get some different camera angles of the celebratory podium there. The Mercedes mechanics looking very happy as the Mercedes have picked up a 1-2 here in Australia in this obviously trusted gameplay video. And then as you can see here, Hamilton celebrates away, and you can see lots of different panning shots of the podium to try and spice it up a little bit more, because it was just a little bit boring originally before, and I'm really happy that they have gone and done that there. But that is it in terms of that sentence, and that's kind of it for F1 2017 in terms of all this gameplay. Like I said before, you can go and watch the Trusted Reviews video down in the description below if you'd like to go and see their perspective on the video, and they give their review as well. And I just wanted to give my review on what I've obviously seen. I'm very excited for it. This comes out August 25th on all platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well. The hype for F1 2017 is truly on now, not long to go, and I'll be smashing out as many videos as I can. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. Take care all.